Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Onyinye and I'm a trans and lesbian fibre artist. Apologies for my cat in the background, I just fed him breakfast. We always put his biscuits all around so he doesn't eat it too quickly. So you might see him jumping up and down like that as he tries to find his food. Long time no see, I guess, for those of you who have watched my videos before. I have a little bit to catch you guys up on, but I won't take too long. So I went on holiday with my girlfriend and her family and we had a really nice time. And then when we came back, we had to pack to move into our new flat. You might notice the change of scenery, but you also might not. It is just a wall right now. And when we got back from the holiday, we had to do loads of packing and then we had to move, and then it's just been getting settled in a new place. And even outside of all of that, I've just been so busy and I've had so much to do. So filming for YouTube has had to take a huge backseat, but I'm hoping to get back to it and be regular again. So hope you guys haven't missed me too much. You might also remember that I used to post videos of my fibre art on here, say things like jumpers I made, vests that I made on here, but there's now a separate channel for that. It's called Hooked N Busy. So that's where all of the videos of projects that I make and anything fibre art related is gonna live. And this channel is going to be just for personal stuff and for these talking videos. And yeah, I just really wanted to separate it just because I thought there were quite different things to be posting on here. So if you're here solely for my fibre art, to see what I make and see the type of projects that I finish, where I go in my art career, I guess, you're gonna want the Hooked and Busy channel. But if not, you can continue watching this video. The separate channel is linked below in the description. I almost forgot to give you guys what might be the biggest update, which is that I have hand tattoos now. I'm not sure if you've seen them in the clips that I've recorded already, but yeah, I got my hands tattooed just before we moved actually. So it's been almost a month since I got my hands tattooed. No, it isn't. No, it hasn't. Just ignore the times. I'm so bad with my dates and like time frames and things like that. It's been at least a few weeks since I got my hands tattooed. I recorded a vlog of me getting it done, so you can watch that if you like. But I'm just really happy about it. I love them so much. I mean, I went more into like why I did it and stuff like that in the vlog, but it was by one of my favorite tattoo artists and I really wanted something from him for a really long time. So I'm really happy about it. It's still healing. I'm not sure if you can see, there's still like a bit shiny on the top and raised in some areas, though it is starting to flatten. I guess, I don't know, I think it's a thing to do with darker skin, but my tattoos are definitely a lot more raised at the start and then they flatten out. So if you can see it, it's all raised and shiny here. I also do have to get the knuckles touched up in some areas where he didn't go deep enough. I don't know if it's actually even coming. Yeah, here, that'll show. I'm not sure if you can see at the top of this index finger, but that line is a bit faded and there's some on my other knuckle as well. But I mean, it's free and I don't mind. I've heard that knuckles are pretty hard to tattoo, so. And he did warn me about it before, that he wasn't sure whether some of the lines would really like stay. So I'm gonna have to get it touched up when it's healed, I think. But I'm really happy with it. The process of getting it done hurts so much. It took a total of 8 hours, that's including drawing as well. I had to get both hands tattooed twice to get these line thickness. So honestly, if it was just a one time, I think I would have been fine because I really found the pain okay. And I was just thinking, okay, yeah, this is fine. Everyone told me, you know, just go in expecting like some pain because it's a hand tattoo. And I did, and I was like, okay, I'm fine. But then when it was the second time around, you can't imagine how painful it is getting somewhere that you've already had tattooed again. It really hurt. But it was so worth it and I'm really happy with how they turned out. I get so many compliments on them now and it feels kind of like how my hands are supposed to look. It feels very me. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about this stuff and actually start talking about what I'm here to talk about. As you know, this is a knit and talk video, so let me show you guys what I'm gonna be working on today. You might be a bit confused. This is what it looks like. It's a mini jumper and it's not for a baby, no. But what it is a mini plain version of a jumper that I'm going to make immediately after this. I wanted to make, you know, a small size plain version because I'm going to be making a jumper with a not very traditional sleeve construction. It's all to do with what the pattern is. It all kind of makes sense when I make the outer jumper. But either way, because I'm doing something completely new that I've never done before with the sleeves, I thought, okay, don't go in straight when you're working on something with also an intricate colorwork pattern and you don't want to make the full jumper and it not turn out how you want it to do. So I thought I'd make a mini version just to make sure that my idea can actually translate into real life. So far it's going really well. I mean, I don't know if you can really tell. I've done one sleeve and I'm currently on the second sleeve. And obviously you don't know the idea I have in my mind, so it just looks a bit weird, but it is turning out how I want it to, and I think it will work out. So I'm very excited. And it's a good thing that I decided to do a mini version because I had to learn short rows, which I've never done before. The idea that I had of how I would have made it has changed slightly. So I have learned a lot from making this small version. So I'm just gonna finish this other sleeve today and then I will wash it and then be able to see how it's turned out. So now that we have all that out of the way, I have something to tell you guys. I signed up to run a half marathon in October to help fundraise for my top surgery. My plan is to share, or rather keep sharing, videos of the runs that I do to train, how they're going, and just generally share the journey of preparing for the half marathon to entertain people and hopefully incentivize them to donate to help me get the surgery. For my training, I'm using this app called Runner, which essentially creates like a personalized plan for you based on when your race is, how long it is, your paces, how often you run, etc, etc. My plan is 16 weeks and I just finished week 3. By the way, this isn't sponsored yet. I just really like the app and I like not having to stress about creating a plan for myself. I also find it really useful that the pace targets on things like intervals and easy runs are specific to me. I've already been sharing my experience training for the race on TikTok and Instagram, and I also post videos on here. But I've just been thinking about why it is that I've been finding it hard documenting the journey. I think that it's really hard to show up on social media and be seen trying and sometimes failing. Now, me personally, I don't really believe that people should share all their hardships for the sake of authenticity. I believe that it's okay to keep some experiences to yourself. Some struggles are deeply personal, and I don't think that by posting online, people have to share everything in order to make sure that their online presence is the exact same as who they are in real life. Even outside of social media and the internet, people are going to experience different versions of you naturally. For example, where you work versus a library that you go to unwind. You don't show up the same way everywhere, and I think rarely people will have an experience of you that matches the entirety of you or your personality. And as much as I like building a community, for lack of a better word, online, I don't think that I have to share everything about my life for people to be able to see that I'm a person just like them, or for people to relate to me. I share what I feel comfortable with, and people are allowed to make whatever judgments they want to from that. But I've noticed this feeling that I get whenever I share any of my hobbies or whatever it is I'm getting up to, that I have to be at a very high level skill at something to be able to even mention it. That way no one sees me failing at anything. And you guys are gonna have to be patient with me in this video because I'm kind of struggling to verbalize this. I think it boils down to that really icky feeling I get thinking about the fact that I really want something so hard, and other people can see that I want how hard I want it, but then they can also see the times when it just doesn't work out. I'm not the most emotionally open of a person, but the only reason I'm even talking about this is because I can see different areas of my life where it's holding me back, and I just don't want it to do that anymore. The reason why I've even been able to identify these feelings is because I'm running the half marathon and fundraising. If I went with how I was feeling, I would definitely just silently prepare for the race and then at the end just pop out and be like, hey guys, ran a half marathon, yay. Or if the race didn't go well, I would just never talk about it. And if we're being honest, 99% of the reason why, okay, maybe 100% of the reason why I'm not doing that is because I need to make these videos. I need to make these videos of me training hard for it so people can see that I'm working really hard, and you know, they'll donate to my campaign and help me out. But I guess the outcome is still the same, me challenging difficult beliefs. So I kind of feel like it's still a win for emotionally mature me. The fact that I'm documenting these runs and my journey in real time means that I also have to deal with these setbacks, like bad races, in real time as well. It's hard. Like the other day I ended up having to walk half of my run and it felt really shit. And then it felt even more shit that I had to upload a video showing that I failed at a run. And I don't think this is coming from a place of me thinking I'm more important than I am. If I had to tell just one person that I had a failed run, I think it would still feel shit. And yes, hundreds or thousands of people watch this video, but I know that they're not all walking around thinking over and over about it, or thinking, oh, Onyinye had a shit run, like how are they even gonna run a half marathon? I know that people don't spend that much time thinking about me. And I think that's why trying to rationalize with myself doesn't really work, or it doesn't help get rid of these feelings, because I know it's not that big of a deal. So a lot of the time, the solution seems to be not talking about it, right? If I don't do the hard thing, then I don't have to feel the hard feelings. But like I already mentioned, I kind of can't do that here. And it's probably a good thing, because I'm forced to ask myself, what else am I missing out on because of these feelings? What if I didn't have to feel like this? Which leads me to this train of thought. I don't want to keep feeling like as if something goes wrong, it's such a big deal that has to be hidden away from everyone. I'm 22 years old. I'm gonna have so many things over the course of my life not go the way I want or be harder than I expected. And I want to be able to take it in my stride, not let it knock me down and just move on. I mean, I think I'll have a very successful life, but that always comes with setbacks and failures. There's nothing wrong with really wanting something, really fighting hard for something, or for things to not be effortless and easy. And because I don't want these feelings holding me back, I have to challenge them, which sucks. If only I could just snap my fingers and not feel like that anymore. But the world doesn't work like that. That fixation on what goes wrong can make you miss out on enjoying the journey that you're on. Like for me, I like exercise. I like pushing my body. I like pushing myself physically, and I'm excited to see the things that my body and my mind can do. And even though that's the reason why I picked a half marathon as my fundraising event, I keep on having to remind myself of that because it gets lost in all of the difficult feelings. I could end up missing out on all of that because of embarrassment and shame, but I'm not going to let myself. I'm a very stubborn person, and I've decided that these are feelings that I want to tackle, so they're going to be tackled. But unfortunately for me, the only way to deal with these difficult feelings is to sit with them and continue to show up anyway. I know that over time it will get easier and easier because there were so many other feelings and difficult beliefs that I once had and struggled with that I no longer even think about. The solution is usually, unfortunately, the harder thing to do. So you guys will find me continuing to post my runs, talking about how they went and so forth. Feel free to catch up on them after this video, by the way. If I have a shit run, it's not that big of a deal. I'll post it and live to try another day. Anyways, that is it from me and my brain. I like making these videos because it kind of feels like working through things without really oversharing or making myself really emotionally exposed, but still like challenging difficult thoughts and asking myself why I feel the way I do. And also I kind of just like talking to you guys about stuff that's going on in my life, so I hope you enjoyed listening to my thoughts. If you'd like to support my journey and help me feel more comfortable in my body, you can help me by donating to my campaign, which is always linked in the description. Other ways that you can help is by supporting me in the comments of my videos, cheering me on virtually for my runs, and sharing my link with as many people as possible. Please help me make all of this running worth it. And of course, if you want to find out what this is going to turn into, you can check out my other fiber art channel, Hooked and Busy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.